Missouri Tigers come from behind to win their home opener in front of more than 65,000 fans at the Zoo. This week in Mizzou Football is next. In the end, a victory for your Tigers by 7 points over Bowling Green.
Well, I think Bowling Green really played well, so I think you give them credit to start. Just really struggled, especially offensively the first half, and we have to go back and analyze that. But also, we did the things necessary at the end of the game to win it, and so I think in any win or loss, there are lessons, and it's a whole lot more fun learn lessons when you win the game. And we battled back and had a young quarterback that helped drive his team down to win, and did the things necessary to do the things in the fourth quarter. So we're excited about that.
A tremendous comeback for Mizzou, ending the game, scoring 21 unanswered points after the Tigers trailed by 14 in the third quarter. So a lot to look at. Let's get right to the highlights now from the first half at Furrow Field. Again, Missouri's first home game of the season. Great big crowd on hand, more than 65,000 fans to greet your team.
Yeah, I'm very appreciative of our fans. They just, in fact, they caused the Bowling Green offensive lineman to jump off sides in a critical point of the game just because of our fans. So very appreciative of them wearing gold and being the great fans that they are.
And Bowling Green came out ready to play, moving the ball in the first quarter. Tyler Sheehan, a senior quarterback, leading this offense.
Well, we've been in and out several times with punts on offense, 3 and outs, and this is the one drive that they had in the first half, and they had one drive in the second half. And they did some good jobs executing, and we had a few breakdowns.
Willie Jeter is their running back, upended there by Sean Weatherspoon right in the middle of that Tiger defense as you get a good look. We talked a little bit on the radio. You know, he's an amazing athlete, but he's pretty good fundamentally too. Some of the form tackles he makes, and that's a good combination, isn't it, Coach?
Well, it really is, and we had some missed tackles yesterday, and that really hurt us a lot. You have somebody at the point of attack doesn't make plays. They did a very good job blocking there. We didn't get off the block. I don't think we had a very good run support there, and we're going to have to go back and correct some things.
7-0 Bowling Green after the Sheehan touchdown pass. Tigers with it here, but a turnover from your young quarterback.
Well, I think it's his second start, and he's going to look at this. He's going to learn from this particular play. You can't make a play every time. Even though you're struggling, you can't make a play. You got to throw the ball away, and so he'll learn that. And the good news is they got that great field position. I mean, they're right in field goal range the second they covered that fumble. Here's a nice play by Steeples breaking that up, and our defense held them to 3. If our defense wasn't playing well the first half, it could have very easily been. It could have been in the high 20s score-wise.
Yeah, it could clearly have been a bigger margin of disadvantage for you guys. We get a couple looks at Steeples there, one-on-one, and good tight coverage there to deflect that ball away and force Bowling Green to attempt the field goal. Jerry Phillips would nail it from 37 yards, so the lead is 10-0 for the Falcons in the final 2 minutes of the first quarter.
And that was a great job by our defense. Talk about sudden change, putting it in really an adverse position on the field. And here we go again. We stop and get a good stop. Meanwhile, our offense had not come back out yet, and then we were 3 and out. Then we fumble the ball 6 inches from the sideline, and it stays in. They recover it, and they knock the ball out. So adversity again. We get the ball. They get the ball 20-yard line, and I thought we did a good job again on our defense, holding them to a field goal.
Yeah, Luke Lambert ran Jeter out of bounds there, so Bowling Green has to settle for another field goal. Phillips gets it through from 32 yards, and it's 13-0 Bowling Green early in the second quarter.
And that was huge. I mean, those 2 stops for our defense, you can't ask them to do anything more other than get a turnover. And now the offense, we're still trying to get it together, but really struggle in the first half, which is obvious.
Derek Washington here rips off runs of 9 and then 8 yards, so you are starting to move the football, and we get into field goal range here for Grant Russell, and he continues to be perfect this season.
Yeah, he's just doing a great job. I think you can rely on your kicking game to do those kind of things for you. It's very pleased with his efforts.
And then the defense made some big plays. Your linemen combined here, Bastin and Jaquez Smith for a sack of Sheehan.
Yeah, we put a little pressure on him. We got a little life too of the offense. Finally getting some points on the board. But I thought that we did some real good things up front, and both those players did an excellent job.
Sheehan then goes to his favorite target, the receiver Freddie Barnes. But look at Weatherspoon close ground and put him down. Wow. Yeah,
and Jerron Baston's there, and he makes a dive too. So he's all over the place, and really got us out of that drive.
Yeah, your 2 senior defensive captains combining there for a big defensive stop there. That was a 2nd and 16, kept Bowling Green in long yardage, and you get the ball back with a little bit of time before halftime.
Yeah, we got a few minutes left, and obviously we like to come away with a touchdown here, but the most important thing is to get points. And again, this is really only the second drive we did the entire half, and I think you give Bowling Green credit, number one. Number two is, I think we had a lot of penalties. We had 2 turnovers, but fortunately, at the end of the quarter, at the end of the half, we had an opportunity to get Grant have another field goal and put us in a pretty good position.
Yeah, 46-yarder from Grant Russell, and it was perfect right down the middle, and that brought us to halftime with the score Bowling Green 13 and Missouri 6. But I think a key part of the game from your standpoint had to be the defensive stands your guys made in their own end. They had the ball in your territory 3 times, and of course twice after the turnovers just got field goals each time.
Yeah, I mean, and thank heavens our defense was playing well enough, and now you got to go and regroup, and you've got to find out what we're doing wrong offensively.